getting ready to go out for New Year's Eve, but I wanted to talk about the fake Facebook post from Dylan before I completely get ready and go out. And yes, it is a fake Facebook post, and I'm going to show you the reasons why. Now, first of all, when Olivia contacted the police about that post, it was not because she believed it was Dylan, okay? She contacted them to let them know it was a fake post, that someone was impersonating Dylan, so that they could give Dylan and her family a heads up, and so that police could remove that post. And also because the Gonsalves family had been having people impersonating their family members' social media accounts. So Olivia did not contact law enforcement to say it was a real account, that it was Dylan's real account. Now, one of the biggest reasons we know this was not a real post is what is written in the post. So let's take a look at that. So first off, it says, well, first off, we heard Xana and Ethan come home first and we talked to them. They were both drunk, and that's when we went to bed. Well, we know neither Dylan nor Bethany know when Xana and Ethan got home. They both said in their interviews. They didn't know for sure when they got home. And they definitely did not talk to Xana and Ethan when they got home. So we know right away that's false information, not correct. Then it says, we live on the 3rd floor and always lock our doors to prevent people from stumbling into our rooms. Well, neither Bethany nor Dylan live on the 3rd floor. So that's your clue that this also was not written by Dylan. Okay. And when she was talking about doors and everything in the interviews, she was never saying anything about preventing stumbling people coming into our rooms, etc. She was talking about how she usually locks the back slider, couldn't remember that night, yada, yada. So, but they don't live on the 3rd floor, and Dylan would have never said she lived on the 3rd floor. Okay. It says we were up late. Let's see. We're used to noise because it's a party house. We were up late that night and didn't come downstairs until noon when the cops came to investigate. Well, that's not true either, and we know Dylan wouldn't have said that. She and Bethany did not come downstairs because Bethany already lived downstairs, okay? Bethany was on the 1st floor, Dylan was on the 2nd floor, and yes, Dylan did run down to Bethany's room. But they were already up and around when the cops got there. So we know that that is not true, okay? So it says blood was everywhere, so much blood. Well, no, we know Dylan didn't say that either, because when she was running quick to go down the stairs to Bethany's room, she didn't even see the blood in Xana's room. So she never said anything about blood everywhere. So obviously whoever wrote this post made that up. And then finally it says we didn't make the phone call. We don't know who did. Well, that's obviously fake as well, because we know the phone call was made from Bethany's phone. Bethany dialed 911, handed it off. Dylan spoke on that phone call also. Okay, that's not Dylan. She did not write that. None of the facts are correct. We know that the phone call was initiated by Bethany. We know Dylan was also on the 911 call. Whoever wrote that had 0 facts correct. None. It was somebody making it up. But if you still don't believe me that that's not Dylan's Facebook post, then let me show you what is in the police documents. Okay, so see this police document from Maori. And I highlighted a couple things in there, the username and the user ID, and we're going to discuss that further. But nowhere in this does he confirm that that was Dylan's real Facebook. It said he found a, let's see where it says right here, post the account. The username was Dylan.Mortensen. Reported details about the incident. Okay, I searched for this user and found a user ID of, you can see that number right there. This account has an avatar similar to the Mortensen avatar. Notice he said similar. He did not say the same. He did not say that was Dylan's avatar or Dylan's account. It was similar. And then don't you find it strange that that account only had like 3 friends on there? The following friends. When Dylan's real account had hundreds of friends. Anybody that saw her real account before she had made her socials private knows that she had more than just 3 friends on there. So this document does not say that he confirmed it was her account. Okay. The avatar was similar. Okay. Similar. That's important. And those highlighted items are very important too. Look at that user ID and look at that user name. So there's a Facebook account that has that exact same username that Mowry put in that report, Dylan.Mortensen. And here is that Facebook account. This is not Dylan Mortensen from the Idaho 4 case. Okay. This is a male, by the way, but I've blocked out his photo and his place that he lives. Now, I don't know if this was the account that posted the false statement. I'm not going to say it was this person's account because this person also has a lot more friends on here, but they were active back in 2022. But this is the Dylan.Mortensen Facebook. So we know that the Dylan.Mortensen Facebook is not Dylan Mortensen, the surviving roommate. Now, we are going to go back to the account number, or the user ID number, the user ID number that was in Mowry's report, 10007222539031. Okay, so keep that in mind. It ends in 9031. And that was the user ID of the account that had posted the whole story about being bound and gagged and them living on the 3rd floor, etc. If you go further into the documents, you will find the report with Dylan Mortensen's actual Facebook user ID number. And her number is 1000722253903114. That is definitely not the same number. Now you might say, oh, but that warrant was pulled in 2023, so she could have changed her Facebook by then. Well, this was a warrant in December of 2022 when Mowry was doing the warrants for Facebook for Kaylee, Xana, Maddie, Jack Ducour, and then it had some with just account numbers listed. Well, guess whose account number is listed here? Dylan's. 1000722253903114. That's the same number that's listed for Dylan on the other warrant. So that was her same user ID number also when Mowry pulled the first warrants. Again, it does not match the user ID number of the Facebook account that posted that fake statement. So to recap, that is not Dylan's Facebook account. That's not her Facebook user ID number that posted that false statement. Okay. They didn't live on the 1st floor or 3rd floor. The victims were not bound and gagged. Dylan wasn't clueless as to who made the 911 call. And the fact that so many of you want to believe an obviously false statement by somebody trying to impersonate Dylan is really Dylan is very disturbing, because that means that a lot of you are just plain lacking common sense, brain cells, okay? As Amy, the PhD, put it, a lot of you chewed on windowsills and sniffed glue. The other thing is, Officer Rosendahl on Twitter, that's not Officer Rosendahl, okay? The person makes fake profiles under different names of people associated with the Idaho 4 case, and the Rosendahl one just got suspended, so now he has a new one using Jack Showalter's name again. So before you run with things and accuse people of things, use your brain, do some research, and stop bashing the roommates, okay? This accidental unredacting has me very much scared for the survivors, the families, and the friends, because I've already heard several unhinged people laugh about how they want to call Dylan and Bethany up, how they want to force them to confess, how they want to threaten them. do better. Do better. And no, when we show clips of your lives or we talk about the things that you're misstating, it's not because we're coming at like you to be a bully. It's because we want people to know factual information and to understand that some of you are spreading fake information. So when we correct you or debunk you or show how horrible of people you are, that's not bullying. That's just doing a public service.